The Draxians were a race of predators, feared throughout the galaxy for their ruthlessness. With their black ships designed to resemble colossal, jagged teeth, they swept through star systems like a storm. When their scouts first detected the presence of Earth, they saw it as a primitive planet ripe for conquest. They were used to civilizations bending at the sight of their overwhelming might, and they expected no less from humanity. Their message was clear: submit or perish. Earth, however, had a different idea. The human response to the Draxian demand wasn't panic or surrender, it was defiance. Humanity's leaders did not seek peace through submission, but instead, they started to prepare for war. Military bases around the globe, which had been dormant for years, sprung to life. The people of Earth united under a single cause: defend their home. In the early stages, the world's media painted the Draxians as a threat that could not be overcome. Many believed humanity stood no chance. But the truth was far more complex. The human spirit, when pushed to its limits, was far more powerful than anyone could imagine. The Draxians, for all their technological might, did not understand the value of a species that was not driven by fear, but by a desire for freedom. The Ladazal Earth Defense Fleet, a force born of this new resolve, took shape. Ships were constructed, and weapon systems were developed that rivaled the Draxian technology in ingenuity, if not raw power. The humans were not just fighting to survive, they were fighting for their very identity. They would not be ruled. They would not be intimidated. As Earth's forces prepared, the Draxians were confident in their strength, certain that humanity would surrender without firing a shot. But when the first clash came, they were met with a surprising force. The humans had begun to learn from their enemies, adapting rapidly. The Draxian ships, for all their might, were not prepared for the guerrilla tactics humanity employed. They thought they would destroy Earth's forces in a swift, overpowering blow, but it was the Draxians who suffered the first shock. Humanity's military technology, once considered primitive, had been upgraded using ingenuity and quick thinking. In a stunning show of resilience, humanity's fleet didn't just fight. They innovated, adapted, and turned the tide of the battle. Earth's warships, agile and fast, outmaneuvered the Draxian heavy cruisers, inflicting damage that no one had expected. For the first time, the Draxians were not the hunters, they were the prey. As the Draxian forces retreated, wounded and in disbelief, a message was sent across the stars. Is that all? The Draxians had made a grave mistake in underestimating humanity. The initial victory over the Draxians was not just a military success, it was a statement. The warships of Earth had proven their worth, and humanity was beginning to realize the power of their unity. With the fall of the Draxian flagship, Earth's leaders knew that the galaxy had been watching. The message had been sent: humanity was not weak, and they would not be cowed by any threat. However, the Draxians, humiliated by their defeat, weren't about to back down. They rallied their forces and began to build an even greater fleet, determined to make Earth pay for its resistance. But as they prepared to strike again, they realized that something had changed on Earth. The defeat had sparked something in the hearts of the people, something that would not be extinguished. The Earth Defense Fleet, having tasted victory, was now a force to be reckoned with. The human military had learned invaluable lessons from their first clash with the Draxians. Earth's engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to improve every aspect of the warships. Shield technology was enhanced to withstand even the most devastating Draxian weapons. Weapons that were once considered experimental were now tested and refined, turning Earth's ships into agile, destructive forces that could match the Draxians blow for blow. The Draxians launched a second assault, believing they could crush Earth's forces once and for all. But what they didn't realize was that humanity had not only upgraded their technology, they had also learned how to fight smarter. The second battle was a disaster for the Draxians. They found themselves unable to outmaneuver Earth's forces, and their once dominant fleets were obliterated. Their defeat was a turning point, not just for Earth, but for the entire galaxy. The Draxians had underestimated humanity once, and now they were paying the price. A new message was broadcast from Earth's command ship, the Vanguard. The message was short, cold, and full of defiance. Is that all? The universe could now see the truth. Earth was no longer the prey. The hunt had changed, and the hunters had become the hunted. With the Draxians temporarily defeated, Earth's forces set their sights on rebuilding and strengthening their position. But peace was fleeting. The galaxy's power players were watching. The Zorath, a technologically superior race known for their ruthless manipulation of weaker species, saw Earth's rise as an opportunity to seize control of their newly acquired power. The Zorath extended an olive branch, offering a supposed alliance. In exchange for sharing humanity's newfound military technology and resources, the Zorath promised protection and a place at their side as equals in the galaxy. They insisted that Earth's position in the galactic community could only be solidified through their support. At first, humanity was skeptical but intrigued. The Zorath were an advanced race, and their technology could aid Earth in ensuring their continued survival. However, as negotiations progressed, it became clear that the Zorath had no intention of truly partnering with humanity. Instead, they saw Earth as a tool to be exploited for their own benefit. The Zorath's true nature was revealed when they made a subtle, yet unmistakable demand. Earth would surrender control over its military forces and resources in exchange for protection from the galaxy's remaining threats. Humanity was faced with a choice: submit to the Zorath's control, or risk facing the wrath of the galaxy's remaining power structures alone. Humanity, now hardened by the Draxian conflict, did not hesitate. They had fought for their freedom once, and they would do it again. Earth's leaders rejected the Zorath's offer, and their fleet was mobilized. The Zorath, shocked by the audacity of the humans, moved to assert their dominance by sending their elite warships to Earth's orbit. But they had underestimated humanity's resolve. The battle between Earth's forces and the Zorath fleet was brutal. Despite the Zorath's technological superiority, humanity's warships, fueled by their refusal to bow to anyone, fought with unparalleled ferocity. Earth's fleet turned Zorath technology against them, using it against the alien invaders in ways they never thought possible. The Zorath were forced to retreat, humiliated. They had underestimated humanity once again. The galaxy's most feared empire, the Zephyr, was watching. The Zephyr were a race of conquerors, known for their ruthless destruction of entire civilizations. They had long been the dominant force in the galaxy, and they saw humanity's rise as an affront to their power. When the Zephyr demanded humanity's immediate surrender, they expected no resistance. But what they did not expect was the human will to survive. Earth's forces, emboldened by their victories over the Draxians, and the Zorath met the Zephyr head-on. The Zephyr were used to crushing civilizations without mercy, but humanity was different. They did not fear death. They feared nothing but the loss of their freedom. The war was long, but humanity's resolve held firm. The Zephyr underestimated humanity's ability to adapt and innovate. Earth's fleet, now equipped with a mix of human and alien technologies, held its own. The Zephyr were unable to break the human defenses. The tide of the battle turned, and the Zephyr fleet was shattered. Once again, humanity proved that their strength lay not just in technology, but in their unyielding spirit. As Earth's war fleet emerged victorious once again, a message was sent across the galaxy. The declaration was not just for the alien races. It was a declaration to the entire universe. We are humanity, and we will fight until the last breath for our freedom. This declaration sent shockwaves across the galaxy. Civilizations that once saw humanity as insignificant now recognized them as a force that could not be ignored. The galaxy was now divided, those who feared Earth and those who respected it. No longer would Earth be seen as a backwater planet. No longer would they be subjected to the whims of other species. The message resonated with every corner of the galaxy. Empires that had long been oppressors saw humanity as a serious threat. Earth had shown that it would not bow to anyone, no matter how powerful. The galaxy would now have to come to terms with a new player in the cosmic arena, one that was not willing to play by the old rules. The dust settled, and Earth's war fleet returned home. The planet, once on the brink of destruction, had emerged victorious. Humanity had faced down the galaxy's greatest threats, and now they stood as a force to be reckoned with. They were no longer the underdogs, the prey. They were the apex predators. The new era of humanity had begun. The people of Earth had proven that when pushed to the brink, they would fight, adapt, and overcome. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Underestimate us at your own risk. And so, as the stars shone brightly above, humanity stood at the precipice of a new chapter. They were no longer just survivors. They were conquerors, defenders, and leaders, and they would never again allow anyone to threaten their world.